Hi, I'm Rob, and in this video I'm going to be having a game of Daytona 2 using both gear shift or stick shift and then paddle shifters to find out for me what is more enjoyable. Obviously for authenticity everyone's going to say gear shifter because that's how it was in the arcades after all, and part of the point of this arcade machine and adding the gear shifter to it was to add increased authenticity to certain games like Outrun for example. That is definitely a massive improvement. Adding a gear shifter, using those low-high gears in Outrun feels that much nearer to the arcade. It's really cool. For me, when you add new elements which bring you closer to the arcade machine, that's what it's all about for a machine like this. I'm sitting down, I'm using a wheel, it's a force feedback wheel, got the low-high shifter, Outrun, absolutely fantastic. All I need is someone shaking me around a bit when I crash, and it'd be absolutely spot on. But for Daytona, it is a little bit different because that used 4 gears. So on the more complicated courses, you're going to be changing gears quite a lot, and that actually changes things because of the way you have to handle the wheel using one hand and things like that. So for me, does that actually make it more enjoyable? Does it make it more challenging? Or is it just making it more authentic for the sake of being authentic? Is progress a good thing sometimes? Is the ability to use a paddle shift in a game like this actually going to make it better or worse? Let's find out. Let's jump into a game. Let's have a quick sip of me power tea first. I need it because I've got this cold thing and it's drink a hot drink. It makes me cough less. Let's fire up a game. Just do a short lap, keep it simple. Normal car. Now I'm no expert at this game by the way, so don't be expecting anything fantastic. Right, gear shifter, manual gears. Rolling start in 4th gear. Let's see how we do. I've only got to drop down into 3rd gear, I think it is, one time, ever so quickly, and then back up into 4th again. For one corner, not the best start ever. I think for this course, that's literally all you've got to do is that simple gear change. But one thing I've noticed straight away is because you can get hit by other cars, things can happen or unexpected sometimes. I'm tending to keep one hand on the wheel at all times, which makes it ever so slightly harder to control. Got 2 hands on the wheel, you feel slightly more in control. But this is how you played it in the arcades, so if you want authenticity already, gear shifter is the way to go. But I want to know what gives me more fun. Already, like I said, this gear shifter, massively better for Outrun, really good, fantastic in games like Gran Turismo as well. Where am I going? Yeah, Gran Turismo, some really cool cars, feel really great to use using this gear shifter. And drag races too, things like that, really cool. Get out of the way, sunshine. Virtually being blocked in there. One thing I have found out or noticed is this game is way harder than Daytona 1 to win unless I'm doing something fundamentally wrong. I don't know if you use the hard level car all the time to get a winning result, or I'm just not drafting enough, or I'm not changing gears quick enough, or what, but I rarely get first. With 2 laps to go, I'm still in 9th. It doesn't feel like I've done a lot wrong. There'll be Daytona 2 experts out there that will tell me exactly what I'm doing wrong. I got that wrong. Yeah, I did. Don't go in the pits. Still enjoyable though. Yeah, right, so I finished 7th, but it's not about where I finish on this, it's about how much enjoyment that gave me. And that was a lot of fun. I did actually enjoy it. Did feel good. It's aggressive. Did feel, you know, good. Felt close to the arcade. But now let's stick that into neutral and now play the same game using the paddle shifters instead.
Select the race course.
just to see what feels more enjoyable. Not all about authenticity. Authenticity is absolutely all about using the gear shifter for sure. Let's try again. So the one thing that's really apparent to me immediately is I naturally use two hands on the wheel when I can. So to me, this feels like I've got slightly more control. And that felt really nice, changing that gear down to third, then up again to fourth using the paddle shift. Because I've got two hands on the wheel, feels like I can thread the needle a little bit more between the cars. It sort of feels like I've got more time to do stuff. Now one thing I will say straight away is, I am more used to playing Daytona 2 like this. This is a fairly recent addition, this gear shifter, so I'm quite new to using it. So maybe that is one thing. Once you get used to this, maybe, people may say it's better or it's the same, it just feels more authentic once you get used to both. But because I'm more used to this, it does feel like I've got more time to do stuff. I'm not having to concentrate as hard, put it that way. But I've got a funny feeling that's more down to this is what I'm used to, as opposed to anything wrong about using the gear shifter, but two hands on it, oops, I find very natural to have two hands on the wheel. Still we get nowhere near first though. Maybe I have to use a hard level car. It must be possible to be in first, surely. Maybe I've got to draft more. I think it's all about squeezing everything out of literally everything, not making any mistakes, taking the corners in the optimum way, drafting as much as you can, not rubbing the walls. Combine all them things together, and you got a chance for third. First. Wouldn't mind a chance for third, in a way. Yeah, well, 1-4, that's actually not bad. For me. Oh, he's pinched third. Yes, that was right. I did do better than I did with the gear shifter, but that's not to do with anything to do with the game being better with paddle shift versus gear shifter. It's just that I'm more used to, I think, with using the paddle shift. But the whole point of this brief exercise is, what did I actually prefer? Well, I've got to be honest, as good as this is, or as authentic as it feels on games like Daytona 2, and as superb as it feels on games like Outrun as well, I do prefer it on Outrun, but I actually prefer the paddle shifter for Daytona. I really do. For me, having two hands on the wheel when trying to steer between those cars and stuff made a big difference to how well I was able to play the game. And going around that one corner, flicking down to third and back up to fourth again felt really natural and fast. And I think this will come into its own even more, Mr. Aggressive, on the later stages when, for example, you've got to change gear a lot more. Like on stage 2, the medium course and the hard level course, when you're changing gears a lot on the gear shifter, using one hand on the wheel, I think that's going to be really tricky. For Daytona aficionados, they're going to say that's the way you've got to play the game, and they're more used to that, and it'll be absolutely fine. And they'll say, once you get used to it, it's fantastic. Probably is. But for me, for now, I think I'm going to be playing using the paddle shift, because especially on those medium and hard courses, like I say, when you're flicking down the gears and up the gears more often, two hands on the wheel as well, because the force feedback is actually quite strong on this game. Not like it's a problem to control with one hand, it's just it feels like you've got that bit more control. But that's just my opinion. There's people out there that will prefer the gear shift. Some people might agree and say, yep, they prefer the pedal shift. Either or is good, but as a fun exercise to do, and who knows, I may actually learn to play it with a gear shift just so it's like proper Daytona 2. But there's the video. If you enjoyed it, why not bash that like and subscribe button, it really does help. But most of all, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you again next time. Bye for now.